I hope you guys are still doing well and you are safe wherever you are. I just want to welcome you to Chatz with Rozie. I realized that I came into the space, never formally introduced myself, just came here to share my thoughts, my perspective when it comes to life, and also to share my motivation or inspiration of how to take yourself out of a dark space into having a positive outlook in life. Well, let me start introducing myself this way. My name is Rozie Muchela Ngwanana Mosoto, all the way from Free State, who grew up in a small town called Qwaqwa, and later my parents moved to another small town called Parys. Most of you guys might know it because it's not far from the Val. I was raised by both parents who were blessed with 3 kids, and I'm the last born of the daughters that my parents have. Yes, everything that you have heard about the last born, it is so true, honey. I'm just joking. Well, even though my parents are still together even today, they had their full share of problems or challenges in life. I'm gonna make an example. My parents, when they were 18, they were blessed with a bundle of joy, which is my eldest sister. And for them, at that time, they were the only kids or the first kids to ever fall pregnant at the age of 18. And because that was a taboo thing to happen, they were expelled from school. But my paternal grandparents pleaded with the school principal that at least they allow my father to finish his matric and go further his studies so that he can take care of my sister and my mom. Unfortunately for my mom, she was expelled and had to stop studying. And because she had a very strict dad, she had to go look for work and take care of my sister. I cannot even imagine how my mom felt. Probably she was even going through depression, but at that time that was something that was very foreign in their generation. But what I like about my mom and what I draw inspiration every day is that she did not allow her situation to define her future. Even though she was expelled, she was a teenage mom, and she had to start working even though she didn't want to. She didn't allow that to become an obstacle. She still enrolled to an evening school. Back then it was known as adult school, and she finished off her matric. Even though she took a gap from between her finishing her matric and furthering her studies while she was still working, she never lost hope. She eventually, after having 3 kids, applied to go study further at university. And what's funny is my mom tells me that the first year of her varsity, she failed all her modules. If I was in her shoes, I would have just given up and thought, I already know how money tastes, therefore there's no need for me to be struggling with studying. Who am I trying to prove a point to? I have a husband who's taking care of me and my kids, so there's no need. Probably I should just be a housewife or do my side business if I want to. But she didn't give up. She went back to school, and today I am proud to announce that my mom is a woman that possesses a degree in teaching, and she has experience in teaching, and she was really loved at the schools that she worked for, but she later retired. The reason why I love my mom so much is that she never allowed any challenge that she went through to define or stop her from pursuing her goal, which is the same attitude that I have today. I always say to people that I'm here to break stereotypes. I'm not just saying this for the fun of it, but this is something that actually pulled me through a lot of situations. Even though I have experienced or witnessed a lot of challenges in my life, I felt like at some point there were stereotypes that I had to break. For instance, my parents were not the only people in my family who were blessed with a bundle of joy at the age of 18. Both my sisters had their kids at the age of 18, but what I'm proud of, they never allowed the situation to define their future. Today I'm proud to even say that they have done so well for themselves. So you can just imagine, I was the only person in my family who never had a child at the age of 18, and I put the pressure upon myself to prove to the society that in my family that is not the stereotype. So I waited until I got married. I did get married very young. I got married for 12 years, even though unfortunately it ended in divorce for reasons that were beyond us. But I dedicated my life in breaking the stereotypes. Whether this was a wise decision or it wasn't wise, it really didn't matter for me. But it came with a lot of burden and a lot of depression. I was never prepared for when things do not go my way. For instance, when it comes to my marriage, nobody gets married to end up in divorce. And also having kids, nobody has kids for them to end up being single parents. So this was very hurtful to me. I felt that mommy guilt that I'm not going to be able to give my child what I have experienced. I was raised by both parents who were staying in the same household, and unfortunately I cannot give that to my son. But what I did, instead of feeling sorry for myself and acting like a victim, I decided to humble myself so that I can have a good co-parenting relationship with my ex. And I must say, we have been doing well so far, regardless of the hiccups that we have faced in life. I was the first person, and I'm hoping that I'm the only person that experienced divorce. Even though my parents and my sisters were very supportive, but they could not relate with what I was going through. The shame that I felt of being a divorcee at my age, and also being labeled by society as a returned soldier, was too much of a burden for me to carry. But I loved the support that I had from my parents, my sisters, and also my friends. I also didn't just rely on them, but I also took a step further by seeking for professional help. We know nowadays that seeking for professional help comes with the moolah, but I just love how nowadays there are also channels that we can go through that will not even charge us money. So please, if you feel like you are overwhelmed with the situations that you are going through or the trials that you are going through, please do not hesitate to seek professional help. But one thing that is also important that helped me through the challenge that I was going through is relying on God. I don't know what I would have done if I never had a relationship with God. This has helped me so much because He has helped me and blessed me with people who are very supportive, even though they did not understand what I was going through, but He was able to help me to have the wisdom and the humility that I needed at that time. Just because I carried well, it doesn't mean that it is not heavy. I know a lot of people would roll their eyes and feel like the things that I talk about, I've got no clue when it comes to them. But I want to say I have experienced or witnessed a lot of things in life. I just decided, Hori, they are not going to define the kind of person that I am, or they are not going to be obstacles when it comes to the dreams or the goals that I have in my life. I'm hoping that I did make sense, and I'm hoping that you feel like you know me now. And if you did like the video, please do not hesitate to like, share, and subscribe. For now, I still love you, and until next time, mwah.